So with the entire video game industry seemingly doing its best Steve Haynes impression, I wanted to take the chance to remind everyone that there are still loads of incredible games from the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3 era that hold up today. And of course, there's no better way to do that than by sharing some of their best hidden details, starting with The Elder Scrolls V: Skyrim. For many of you watching, Skyrim is the best game of the entire 7th generation of consoles, and given the amount of times it's been remastered and resold, it seems that Bethesda agrees. Now of course, given the size and scope of the game, there are plenty of people to meet in Skyrim, but some of the more interesting characters are the Briarhearts. What makes these enemies so memorable is that they walk around with their hearts on full display. Well, if you don't fancy doing battle with one of these intimidating enemies, you could always do this. So if you're sneaky enough, you can creep up behind a forsworn Briarheart and pickpocket their heart directly from their chest, killing them instantly. I mean, it's probably not the best idea to walk around with a vital organ on full display, but it does make for a really cool detail. Now, nothing quite sums up the games industry in 2026 like Plants vs Zombies 3. What really should just be a home run of a game has seen multiple quote-unquote soft launches, with the first being in 2020. Fast forward 6 years later, and the game hasn't had an actual hard launch yet, which is funny, but also slightly depressing. At least you can go back and play arguably the greatest PvZ game ever made, that being the first. Now I'm guessing that you all know how to play Plants vs Zombies. You place down plants who help you kill zombies. That's it. That's the game. I mean, it's lucky that it's so simple, as the in-game help isn't much, well, help. Here, take a look. So the help screen was written by the zombies, who tell you that the best way to win is to let the zombies into your home, which is actually the exact opposite way you beat the game, which is pretty funny. Now, stupid people love to say that games aren't educational, but that's just proof that they've never played Call of Duty Black Ops 2. You see, Black Ops 2 is basically one big geography lesson. Okay, it isn't, but one of the coolest details in the game does actually teach you something. The tactical insertion is a camper's wet dream, as it allows you to respawn at the exact location that you placed it down. What makes this handy gadget educational is that the coordinates on the screen are the coordinates of that location in real life. For example, this map is set in Pakistan, and if you enter the coordinates into Google Maps, it will take you to this street in Pakistan. The raid map is located in the Hollywood Hills, and the coordinates on the TAC insert take you to the Hollywood Hills in LA. So the next time that someone says that games don't teach you anything, load up Black Ops 2 and prove them wrong. So Mafia 2 is a game that still holds up today, and that was before the remastered version that was released in 2020. Originally hitting store shelves in 2010, one thing that Mafia 2 did that was years ahead of its time was remember what you had done. And I think there's no better example of that than the game's gas stations. You see, if you were in need of some quick cash, you could hold up a gas station, which is cool, but not exactly revolutionary. What was revolutionary, well in my eyes at least, was what happens depending on how you deal with the gas station attendant. So if you run in and rob the cash register without hurting the attendant, when you next visit the same gas station, this will happen. So the police will be questioning the attendant, which is really cool. If you then enter the building, you're immediately put under arrest, which is why it's best to never leave witnesses. With that in mind, if you were to kill the attendant, when you next visit the station, this will happen instead. So the gas station has become a crime scene. Well, a bigger crime scene than it was before, having been completely taped off. If I'm honest, the open world in Mafia 2 wasn't amazing, but things like this in a game that's over 16 years old are really cool. Now, the Metal Gear games are known for being weird. I mean, it's kind of their thing. But one of the weirdest entries in the series is actually a spin-off. Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance ditches the tactical espionage action in favour of tactical slicing and dicing action, where it's rarer to see limbs attached to a body than not. Given his skills of a blade, Raiden is the man that you send when you have some hostages that need rescuing. But just don't leave him alone with them.
That's a civvy, Raiden.
So as the hostage flees to safety, you can relieve him of his clothes, which is inappropriate, but pretty funny. Well, it turns out your team definitely don't find it funny.
Raiden, what the hell do you call that?
It was a...
Sick, Raiden. I call it sick. You can save your own damn data.
Raiden, what the hell, man? This is your idea of a good time? Stripping dudes in public? I didn't know you were into that.
Right. Sorry. It was an accident.
Hey, I'm not here to judge. But next time, find someone consenting and do it on your own damn time. Jump, Raiden, no civilians!
Relax, Boris. Just some custom tailoring.
You either want to relax. What the hell are you thinking?
It was a reflex. It won't happen again.
Speaking of nudity, up next is the Saboteur, which lets you choose how many digital boobies you want to see. If you head into the options menu, you're given the option to toggle nudity on or off, which is normal enough. What's funny is, Sean Devlin, the game's main character, will actively encourage you to leave the nudity on.
Oh, that's more like it. Come on, you can always go to the confession when you're done playing. Right, now we're in business. Put the kiddies to bed already.
So with Grand Theft Auto 6 finally releasing this year, it's always fun to go back and play some of the previous games in the series. And despite not being my personal favourite GTA game, Grand Theft Auto 4 is still brilliant. Now, GTA 4 takes place in 2008, and you can see that pretty much wherever you look. But one thing that screams late 2000s are the various internet cafes found in Liberty City. I mean, to be fair, internet cafes might still be a thing in some parts of the world, but I can't remember the last time that I saw one in the UK. Anyway, the internet cafes in-game work just like internet cafes in real life, and you can use them to browse the internet as you please. With that being said, there is one website that you're probably best off avoiding. If you go to littlelacysurprisepageant.com, this will happen.
Units, please respond. We have a sexual deviant attempting to access explicit images. Dispatch from...
Screw you!
So visiting that particular website will see you hit with an immediate 4-star wanted level, and I'm sure you can guess why. Now, I don't know if there's any other reason for this website to be in the game, and to be honest, I don't think there is, and it's probably just Rockstar being Rockstar. Now, the age of licensed games is long gone. I mean, sure, we do get the odd one here and there, but gone are the days where every single movie came with a tie-in video game that was destined for the bargain bin a few months later. One of the best licensed games of the 7th generation was the Ghostbusters game, which didn't follow the plot of the movies and instead saw you play as a new recruit on the team. Your ghost hunting exploits took you to several different locations, including a museum, which I'm guessing is a prime paranormal haunting ground. And it's here that you need to deal with some Civil War soldiers, who have put their differences aside to focus on you and the team. Well, what's really cool, and really easy to miss, is that if you equip the PK meter and try to scan one of these soldiers, they will do this.
And that is precisely how that... One more in the box.
So they will sort of salute/pose, almost as if they confuse the PK meter for a camera. Like I said, if you played Ghostbusters, you were probably too busy trying to take these guys down to notice this really small detail. Now, I love dad jokes. Even before I was a dad, I thought they were funny, so now that I am a dad, I love them even more. One of my favourite video game dad jokes can be heard in Mass Effect 2. And it's a classic. When checking planets for resources, you can eventually mine Uranus, the funniest of all the planets. And when sending a probe down, this will happen.
Really, Commander? Probing Uranus.
I mean, come on, that had to have made you smile. Just a little bit. So I bet you didn't expect anyone to be talking about Crash Mind Over Mutant in 2026. Mind Over Mutant was one of the Crash games that released on the 6th generation of consoles, and like many of the Crash games released at the time, it wasn't particularly good. but it did do something pretty special. You see, the gameplay that you're watching is of the PS2 version. If you load up the Wii edition and place your Wiimote under your controller and try to make an armpit fart, this will happen. So, mimicking your real-world actions, Crash will make fart noises using his armpit. It's such a unique use of the Wiimote, and let's face it, we've all done it. So there you have it. You don't need to go and spend ridiculous amounts of money on brand new consoles and games. You can spend a slightly less ridiculous amount of money on games that have aged like fine wine. If you enjoyed this video, then a like is appreciated, and I'll speak to you all soon.